All right, let's see what we got going. All right, looks like we're live. Kind of blurry, but live. Hold on, let me see if I can get that fixed. Let's see here. All right, there we go. What's up, A-Rod? Hope you're having a good day so far. What's up, Bug Dude? Nah. Let's see if that cleared it up. No, I didn't do shit. Okay. Maybe I'm not getting enough light up front. Hey, Sharon. What we got here?
Like, you ain't got nothing to know. You ain't got what you do, fool. Damn, bro. Blood, what the fuck? Damn, about that, fool. I got these.
Whoa, shit.
What the fuck? Blood, what the fuck? Where you at?
Oh, damn, bro. Nah, I was that one rapper that just got fucking killed. What was it, a week ago or something? Doing a live stream, fucking shot dead on the screen. Not the first time I've seen it done. Probably won't be the last time it's done, but still, it's interesting watching people die. Hearing that death gurgle, that death rattle, whatever they call it. Yeah, it's like you, especially if it's a respiratory thing. It's a headshot. You're probably not even gonna get gurgling, but no post. Yeah, told you they hate me. No, I didn't see pinball. I don't follow that Rumble. I kind of follow Odyssey a little bit. Yeah, of course they're hiding us. Otherwise, I'd probably have over 1,000 subs already. But you know what? I don't mind. Dude, I'll do it like Outlaw Morgan. If I have to go back and then delete every single video, I will. In fact, I probably need to. I know I got a whole bunch in there. Probably get me some kind of trouble. Yeah, Benjamin. Yeah, hold on. I think I might be able to put the link up. Let's see here. It's going to ask you to, to be like, okay, I'm 18 or over, and I understand. So, all right, here you go. What's up, Maria? What's up, Mayor? What's up, Backwoods? Hey, John T. Yeah, Bug Dude, they're doing that to a lot of different creators, believe it or not. Well, of course, I know you would believe it, but yeah. What's up, Griswold? Salty cracker, yeah. You kind of have to, man. My buddy, the Prepared Mind, had to go back and delete a whole bunch too. Man, that's got to be time consuming as hell. Especially if you've got like 5 years behind you, you know what I mean? It's a long time. It's a lot of fucking videos. Hey, what's up, 12B? Cola, you made it in early tonight. Good to see you. Well, that's just the amount of death that they were expecting from the original string of it, but they figured, and we can make this vaccine and kill twice as many people, so let's do that. Yeah, 12B, that's what I heard. That's messed up. That means that he's speaking too much truth too. It's kind of messed up, man. On an earlier schedule. Makes sense. See, is anybody awake? Let's see. Get back to this. What's up, Demeter? I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Still no gunshots down the street, so that's good news. Well, I don't know. Either a bunch of people are still asleep or somebody else is live. What's up, Gary? What's up, Eric? Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know if they shut him down like in the middle of the street. Oh, he's live right now? I don't know. I'm confused here. Let me see here. No. There's Monkey. I do see Never Enough Ammo on there. I do like him. I like most gun channels. Sending bombers and fighters to Guam. Why in the hell? Don't they realize if they land all those bombers on Guam, it's gonna capsize? Right? Who was it that said that? It was one of those brilliant politicians that we've got up there. Well, you gotta kind of dial that back in, John. I mean, we need to get more descriptive and more specific on this, because if you look at Chicago, there's shit popping off every night, especially on the freaking weekends. So, what are you talking? Are you talking about popping off like international, like freaking Taiwan and China start going at it or something like that? I mean, you gotta be a lot more specific on that one. Backwards. I guess he's talking about the the congressperson that said Guam would sink if they landed planes on it. And what's up, God's Warrior? Some interesting comments, to say the least.
Jeff and Susie, we're off of Chandran Avenue in the city of Hawthorne, and you can see Hawthorne PD. They are wrapping up their investigation. They're still taking some photographs. We watched the coroner just wheel the body away. It is a male in his 20s that was shot and killed. Inside this car, there are a lot of bullet holes inside that windshield. We zoomed in earlier and saw that. So they responded earlier this evening to reports of a man who was shot in the face and died at the scene. So again, coroners just wrapped up their investigation. We're watching the family over here on the side, very distraught, as you can imagine. I'll widen out and show you as well. Hawthorne PD has been having some kind of issues with crowd control. Down here on this corner, a large crowd is gathered. They set up a skirmish line, so there was some kind of issue here, possibly with the confrontation. They're trying to keep people out of this crime scene so that they can wrap up their investigation. But a man in his 20s dead tonight after being shot in the face. Live at Skyline overhead, I'm Desmond Shaw. Jeff and Susie, back to you in the studio.
Man, this right here is a travesty, man. This is tragic to watch young black life be lost.
Yeah, okay. Died. I couldn't see where it was at. Doesn't say. Just. Yeah, it doesn't say where he was at.
Like this. But seeing these kids do so much on these Instagram lives and giving up their location where people are spotting where they are and identifying where they are, and where happy moment turns into a...
Yeah, I should be careful doing that. Oh, that's why I don't post to Instagram. Like, only a few people actually even know my address or my real full name. But it probably wouldn't be hard to look up. But again, who really wants to come after this house? First of all, that guy didn't have any self-awareness about him at all. Second, it didn't even look like he probably had a gun, because otherwise I think he'd be reaching or something. But no, he just sat there. It was like, hey, what's up? And then blam, 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 blam. God damn it, Lost. Don't even come in here with that attitude, motherfucker. We're not fucking anybody up tonight. God, he's like he's not even in a decent mood until he's fucking picking on somebody or pissing somebody off. So that's one thing, man. You gotta have tough skin with Lost, dude. If you can't, if you can't handle a fucking, you know, a remark of some sort, then you know maybe you're not thick enough skin. There you go, Susanna. Chupa Velga. Oh, whatever. Quit being sad. Just have another drink. We're doing a chill. We're doing a chill fucking episode tonight. Trying to. Well, that totally makes sense. Backwards. I mean, I like seriously. I don't find that news shocking at all. I think we've all known it for a while. Like even from the get-go, we already knew who was to blame. What's up, Daniel? Aussie Pride, good to see you. Hey, Guardian. Well, I hope you're not right on that one. Sending Gitmo residents home? Oh, hell no. That's a bad idea. I mean, we reserved that place for the people that shouldn't be anywhere. I mean, well, I could think of one other place they should be. But, you know, I mean, why do we even keep them alive? You know, that's really my question. Why do we keep these people alive? If we know that they're heinous, like, well, of course, Ted Bundy we killed. But, you know, you catch some fucking towelhead that's probably killed freaking 3 times as many people as Ted Bundy ever fucking murdered. And what do? We send them over to a fucking, you know, well, a prison, but still, they get 3 hots, a cot, a fucking basketball court, and everything, man. They get to pray 6 times a day. Man, screw that, dude. Take away their Bible, take away their blanket. You know what? Just keep that thing solid. Turn the lights on during the. Don't even let them know what time of day it is. Don't even let them know what time of day it is. That sounds like that. A while ago. I caught up on all my videos. Well, how long is a while ago? Are you talking? Let's see. Let's see here. No, I'm not seeing it. Oh, text message? Oh, did you send me another one? Oh. Oh no, I didn't catch it. I was busy setting up my stream right then. Before I go live, huh? Let's see. Oh, come on.
Come on, Reese's. Did you really wake up looking like this? Smoking.
Real rock stars don't chase the spotlight. It chases them. Let's focus initially on Arizona and Georgia, because these are the ones that are specifically in play, and then we'll go around the world. But tell our audience kind of what your statistical approach is.
So I'm a 30,000 foot data analyst. I'm going to go over the entire county, the entire country, county by county, as we have slides that show that. And I'm able to see, based on historical trends, some of these going back over 120 years, based on population growth, based on party registration, where that's available, and that's available in places like Arizona, and able to quickly identify where the data is off, where the trends are off, where the trends have been reversed or interrupted against what registration numbers may say. Can really identify locally for these audit groups where the biggest issues are and what the best low-hanging.
Huh. Brings media, huh? I'll have to check that one out. Ricky, I don't know about that one, dude. I mean, they're not going to send nukes. Well, they want our resources, dude. If they nuke, well, first of all, if they send nukes, we're going to send nukes, and all of our allies are going to send nukes. So it will be mutually assured destruction. But not to mention the fact that they don't want a nuclear type of reaction. I mean, maybe an EMP, but not like they don't want to devastate the earth and the minerals. Oh, John T. No, hell no, not since I quit dealing drugs, brother. And even then, I was never really big into it. What's up, Rip? I don't. What'd they say to Japan? Rip, we're gonna own you. Now they're already making moves. I mean, what do you think this whole freaking bug was about? That was them making a move, big move, and I think they got pretty much all of what they wanted, man. Look at now, the U.S. is damn near in chaos. I say damn near because we're not totally in chaos. Certain areas, but not where Patriot lives, not where I live. Hey, what's up, Zach? Well, they've been talking about digital currency for a long time. It's just now, they're going to want to use their own brand of it. So you'll probably see places like Bitcoin probably starting to get shut down. Other bit type coin things probably start getting shut down until they can get it all under the United States control. Because they're the biggest mafia. so big we own other countries. We run other countries. It's pretty bad news, dude. It's going to be difficult going up against a mafia like that, but we've done it before. I call it mafia. You could call it tyranny. Well, the only problem with that, Rip Curl, is because we're allies with Japan. We have been since we nuked them the first time. Well, took us a while, and I still kind of hold a grudge. But the Japanese people, I don't have an issue with. But yeah, it's still messed up. Then again, who's to say that we won't step in if China tries to go after Taiwan? Taiwan is still a big shipping hub for even the U.S. So I don't know. We'll see how much of a stake we really got in that. If it was Trump in there, which it should be, this wouldn't. It never would have escalated to this point, man. I can't believe how fast these fucking idiots are taking our country and just regressing it. They call it progress, but it is regressing. It's God. I don't have words. I just don't have words. Yeah, no doubt, God's warrior. Pretty much the whole world right now. Well, not all of them. There are others that are looking at us and like say Macron, France. You know, they're not laughing. They're like, okay, cool. We got this fucking puppet in there. Maybe we can make our globalist agenda happen. And you got other people like that. They're not laughing. They're smiling because they know they're getting their fucking way. Now, I know that, Lost. Just do me a favor. Try not to piss everybody in the chat off. It's pretty sad when I got like half the chat saying, you need to get rid of Lost. And it's like, I've known Lost a long time, people. Man, I know. Dude, it's just how he is, man. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. If you can't handle it, I guess, there's other channels or something you could go to, but or you could just talk shit right back to him. He's got no issue with that. Dude, he's one of the best shit talkers out there. And that's saying a lot because I usually hang out with backwoods and stuff. Anybody want to join up on the panel tonight? I think I already posted the link. Is everybody just quiet? Got to go to work tomorrow. Hey, Nicole. Hey, aloha, Steve. Good to see you, brother. Hope you had a good day, man. My son had a pretty good day. I know he was out of here by about 7:30, and then he was getting home right around 3 o'clock, so it's a pretty good day for him. I know, right, Ben? What's work? When you got fucking pets and shit, there's always something to do. some woodworking. Yeah, no doubt. Well, Bushido, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if they even dared attack China or even the Philippines, yeah, there'd be a massive. Yeah, it wouldn't be pretty. Well, Steve, you do plumbing, dude. We all know shit that plumbing is a shitty job, or it can be a shitty job. That's why I always prefer doing like sink installations, because it's like, okay, how dirty can a sink be? And sometimes you get pretty nasty fucking sinks. But on average, yeah, it's a lot better than having to do a shitter or something like that.
What are you up to?
Nah, I'm just shooting the breeze with a bunch of friends out here. My buddy Steve said he could have had a better day, but he could have had a worse day, but it was still shitty. And I was, he's a plumber.
So you're saying it's a basic shitty day is what he had?
Yeah,
regular shitty day. Because unless it was a backed up shitty day, because that's a little bit worse as a plumber. Those backups can be nasty.
Oh God, yeah. Oh,
that's why I like having a porta-john out here. I don't have to worry about that stuff,
True.
So what's going on? What's going on? How's shit going there at with the audit?
The audit. Well, if you watch mainstream media, they'll be like, "Oh, come on, this whole thing is fraudulent." Blah blah blah. They didn't even find 200 ballots that were, even questionable type shit. And then you watch other fucking channels and they're like, dude, we found massive amounts of fraud already. So
yeah. So they're starting to cover up. They're going to start pushing the heavy cover up here pretty quick.
They've been fighting this since the start, Hawk. You know it.
Yeah.
Pushing us into court and everything, trying to get subpoenas. And
well, it's easier for them. It's easier for them to do that than to tell the truth. You would think that, okay, I've been busted, so if I come clean now, there's a chance I won't spend the rest of my life in prison. You know what I mean? It's common, freaking common sense. Think about it. It's, think about those things that you did as a kid. Okay. You knew you were going to get your ass whooped. Okay. Plain as day. You knew you were going to get your ass whipped. Okay. So it was a choice of letting them find out on their own and really getting your ass whipped, or just telling them and, maybe get grounded for a week or something like that. You know what I mean? It's that same concept. These guys have immature brains, incapable of processing, their faults.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on, man. I think we've already known that. We've seen these silver spoon-fed fuckers before. They've probably never even been grounded. For them, grounding is like, well, I'm taking away your allowance for a week. But it's like your allowance is fucking $3,000. You probably got 10 grand saved up from all your fucking weeks prior. Because you're still spending mom and dad's money. You've got mom and dad's credit card. But they still give you your own fucking personal account. That way you can get something built up. I mean, come on. We know how these fucking rich fucks work.
I didn't have an allowance as a kid. I cut grass. I cut grass. I delivered newspapers. I delivered milk by bike. I'd go and pick up 14 quarts in glass jars at a time. And, instead of the milkman driving up and down every single street, there were 3 of us kids that used to ride right alongside him and we would make the runs up to the houses and everything else, pick up the money that was there and all that, and go from there. What is going on, Zachary Smooze? What's going on, tough guy? Yeah, but it was, you know, and then when we got done every day, we hit the donut shop. That was his last stop every morning was the donut shop. And he would take and, you know, he'd come out. We had a bottle of milk that we got to keep. And he'd come out and he'd bring us out 6 donuts. And the 3 of us would sit there and eat 2 of them and drink the milk. And then we were off and on our way to school. At the end of the week on Saturdays, he always paid us on Saturdays. You know, hey, we were only getting a couple of bucks a week, but to a kid, that was a lot of money. You know, back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, no doubt.
A couple of bucks in your pocket, you know, could buy some stuff. You know,
dude, back when $1 actually used to go somewhere. I remember when you could still buy a pack of cigarettes for $1. Now it's in the 90s.
Go ahead, Zach.
It's amazing how fast our economy is crashing.
Hit that button, Zach. What's up?
Just been busier than hell hog.
Me too, man. Me too. Been trying to get this farm, keep this farm going and everything else. I just got done now. So we've been doing, we did 18 hours today. You know, during this time of the year, I don't have a choice. So I had to cut back on my streaming schedule so that I'm paying attention to, you know, keeping the farm going. But hey, my potatoes are almost ready to harvest. I got my corn is, I don't know how my corn is going. My corn's not doing so well. The lettuce is doing great. Cucumbers are doing great. The pot plants are doing great. You know, and, but I'm really disappointed in the corn because that's the one vegetable that I really like.
Hey, what's up, Spike? Hey, K-Jan. Firefly, good to see you. What's up, JH?
All the troublemakers are starting to come in now.
I know, man. Once you come on here, it's like, well, shit. Let's go fuck with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was debating. You never know who I'm gonna have on as guests.
Yeah. I was thinking about whether I wanted to try and get one going, but it's 10:30 already, and I've got to be up at 4:00. We got 2 fields that have to be. Got to take a whole bunch of stuff down tomorrow. They had planted some alfalfa, but because of the smoke coming in from the fires over by Bend, we've got to destroy it all. I mean, smoke is so thick and so heavy that, you know, yeah, that stuff's just going to be poison, man. It's going to be poison. It's not going to be good for animals. So we got to clear 2 fields of that. And then we got, and then after that, we got another piece of land that we got to run his big plow through to toss all the boulders out of there. And I'm just like, I'm not too hip on that. I'd say good thing is all I got to do is drive the tractor. I got other people who are going to take care of everything else, but I mean, he's got some boulders that in there, you know, 80 to 150 to 400 pounds, you know, depending on, you know, where you hit and everything else. But the guy wants to be able to plant next year. And if he doesn't get it done now, then once the muck comes in, he's never going to get it out of there, you know, because once the rains start, it's just going to be, you know, it's going to be 2 feet of mud. That's all it's going to be, 2 feet of mud. And he ain't going to be able to move anything. Yeah. Wow.
How many of those fucking boulders do you got out there?
There's probably, from driving over the top of the surface today, there were 35 that were in sight. So that means once we toss those, the real big ones, once we toss those, there's no telling what we're going to find after that. But what's cool about it was that was the beginning spot of the gold mine that used to be here back in 1921. Oh
shit.
So
there might be gold in them there hills.
Well, this is the thing, is that they never got down that far. So again, another area that the creek was diverted, and they didn't divert the creek for the gold mine. they diverted the creek for the highway that goes between Salem and Lincoln City.
Okay.
Okay, it's only a stretch of like 47
But
miles.
now, yeah, I was
you know.
thinking, what, you know, if you're digging out all these big ass boulders, you'd probably be able to find a company that sells those big boulders as, you know, freaking, you know, decoration and shit like that for lawn care. Or maybe they break them down, whatever. But you probably could have found a company that would bring their own truck. You just have to fucking load them in there and they'd haul it off. But if there's gold in any of those, man,
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't want anybody else to know about it. I mean, maybe if I had to split a little bit with the guy who had the tractor, maybe. But
Yeah, it's
that'd be awesome if you could find like a chunk of gold, dude.
well, it's when we took down that tree, I found that 2-ounce nugget.
Uh-huh.
And it just
Pretty
about
good size nugget.
just about crap myself.
Dude, I bet.
And the thing was, is the root had grown around it. You know, the root of the tree had grown around it, and I would have missed it, except for, you know, the guy was like, man, these roots got all kinds of rocks embedded in them and everything else. And I just like went over to look at the condition, and I was like, look at this. And he was like, oh man, I wish I'd have found that. I split it with him because he hauled out all the trees that we had cut down at that time. You know, it made it worth his time coming in. But I need to get a professional. What do they call it? An arbiter, a professional tree guy to come out and cut trees down out here, because there's so much more that could be done on this land. I got 30 freaking acres, and it's just, you know. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. I need to get it done.
Well, with those boulders in the ground, you're never going to be able to grow anything. I think you already know that.
Yeah. Well, that's on a neighbor farmer's property, so you're just helping him out. You know, he's he was a guy who was here for me back when I first took this place over. Knew that those guys took off with all our money and everything. And he wanted to do everything that he could. He lets me use his tractor anytime I want, you know, other equipment, and things like that. Baby? You know, and it's not too often that somebody will just say, hey, yeah, if you want my tractor, just come over, hop on and take it, you know, kind of thing. And it's like, okay, well, thank you. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, just make sure you fill it up.
I always do. That, and I check I always check all the fluids, and I always check the tires. I go through and make sure that we didn't bend out any tie rods or anything like that. And I actually keep spare parts for his tractor over here. You know, because there was a couple of times he called me and he says, well, I got a bent tie rod on the front right side. And he says, I was going to try and pull it and straighten it. He says, but if you have any real problems with it, just call me. And, you know, when I take it back, he's got a brand new one on there instead. And he's like, wow, thanks a lot. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, I did. You let me, you know, you let me take your tractor over, and I had it here for 3 days, you know, doing all my work, and, you know, not a word from you, you know, it's, you respect farmers like that, you know, guys who are willing to bend over backwards to help a fella out. You know? Yeah. So Zach, what are you doing right now? Are you working on that website or what?
Mm-hmm.
I have been really trying my best to build these apps as fast as I can before shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know. I've been hearing some things. I was talking to a friend of mine he's originally from DC, and he went home about a week ago, and he called me. He's up in Baltimore, Maryland now, and he said, DC is not DC. I'm like, what do you mean? He says, there's nobody there. There's nobody there. And he says, and I've been watching your videos. And I was like, what? Don't watch me. I said, I'm a fucking lunatic. I said, don't watch me. And he's like, no, he says, but your relationship with God is pretty solid. And he says, I want to make sure that, He says that I'm paying attention. He says, "Is it going to get worse?" And I was like, I think so. It's yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay. All right, Spike.
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
And no, I don't have any mining equipment out here. The gold that I found was just embedded right there in right there in a root of a cottonwood tree.
Well, what was it? Come on, remember that one, The Pale Rider with Clint Eastwood, where there are gold panners out there, and freaking they end up busting a big old chunk of fucking gold off that one rock.
I haven't watched that in quite a long time. So I haven't really watched any TV.
Dude, I actually watched the new Space Jam. I was not overly impressed with it, but it was cool to see Bugs and all the old gang back together again. Yeah, I wish they would have chose a different superstar, but whatever.
Yeah, I won't watch it as long as that piece of crap's in it.
Yeah,
I won't watch it.
A lot of people feel that way, but I watched it just because I wanted to see my Bugsy again.
I agree with you, Rip. Oregon still has a lot of gold in it.
I think there's still a lot of gold even down here in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
We just haven't been able. Dude, if we had a few more good washes, who knows what it might turn up. Maybe we could eventually break down and solve the whole fucking Lost Dutchman's mine, dude. By the way, I am getting extra credit for being here working late. You bet, Nikki. You're definitely burning the midnight oil right now. It's like almost 2 o'clock your time.
I don't know.
I guess Terry probably pissed you off.
I turned on her podcast in the morning time, and I walked right into the middle of a conversation. First thing I heard was about how she's going to send her neighbor this dildo magazine. Oh my God, I was dying.
That is definitely Nikki.
I was so happy I had not taken a sip of my coffee first. It was because it would have been my desk could have been covered. I was dying laughing. She's funny though. She is. She comes up with some good off the wall stuff. I like a good laugh like that, It's you gotta have you gotta break up the monotony. We can sit here and think about all the bad shit going on all the time, but then you become enveloped in it, and that's all you do. And this is the thing, and this isn't against anybody who's a prepper or anything like that, but me, I've always had this thing in my mind that if I over prepare, then I'm going to lose it because I'm going to become so confident in that over preparedness, and so I kind of sit back and I say, okay, I'm going to let go. I'm going to let God, and he's going to provide everything that I need, and so far bills have been paid on time. No problem. When I say that I need to get something new, all of a sudden the money shows up for it, just at the right time, right moment. And it's got to be in his time. That's it. That's it. It's got to be in his time. Time for us is totally irrelevant. It's his time. And we just got to let it go with that, and we can do that. It's not a hard thing to do. So. Yeah, but he still wants us to, get out there and do the things. And you are, and I mean that sucks about your corn. But you know what? It's the first crop, right? That you tried to bring in. Yeah, this is the first crop of corn that I've tried to bring in. Yeah. Okay. So I just did a couple of raised beds. That's all we did. It was I had hired a guy to come in and build us a bunch of raised beds. It took him 6 weeks to build 3. Wow. I'm like, I sit here and I watch the prepping guys go, you know, and they got full freaking gardens, you know, multiple greenhouses, and it's just a couple of days. They've got everything set up so that they're feeding for, you know, and this is the thing. I don't eat a lot of vegetables, you know, corn. I'll eat a salad every once in a while, lettuce, tomato, cucumber. That's it. Nothing else. Don't put nothing else on there. And I might eat some carrots raw, you know. But other than that, I do not eat vegetables. It's stop eating my food's food. You know, that's the way I look at that. You know, it's you know, as long as everybody.
Well, that's like, I mean, even backwoods, you know, because I mean, there's a lot of vegetables and stuff that he grows. I mean, they use some of it, but I mean, as much as they're yielding, they can't use it all. Instead of canning it, you know, they'll share it out with their neighbors. And, you know, that's awesome because their neighbors aren't growing any of this stuff. So it's like, hey, you know, come over with a fresh zucchini or a squash and a couple of tomatoes and maybe a few eggs. It's like, hell yeah, dude. You can make a meal out of that.
Yeah, there's a couple in here, Vicky. There's a couple. So she's asking
all right,
if
Zach,
there's any
I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
Shit happens. We just need to take stuff that is thrown at us the best way of our abilities. We all have struggles in life and they grow us into the person we become. Our struggles have made us cross each other's paths, and to be honest, I have never been happier than these past 6 months. I don't worry about shit because I have you guys.
You don't worry about shit because you know that Kay's got more ammo than everybody else.
I don't know about that. And you know what? Kay seems like one of those girls that in a situation like that, she'd probably be like G.I. Jane or something, be out there on the front line and shit.
Yep, I can see that 100%. Yeah, she's not, and she's pretty level-headed too, you know. So she wouldn't be just like shooting at anybody. She'd be shooting at people with a purpose, you know. I hope. could be one of those bad weeks.
What's up, Vicky?
Yeah, Phoenix. I heard about that college. I saw an article about it, and then I heard somebody talking on the radio about it. I think it was Lars Larson who had mentioned it. There was something about that going on at Portland University or Portland State University as well. You know, he was talking about that as well, and I think that they were talking about there was a PSU there's one in Portland, and then there's another big college. I think it's for some reason I keep thinking it's like south of Salem that they were talking about the same type of thing. And there's a lot of these young people, they understand that, you know, being as young as they are, their immune systems and everything else, they don't need to do that. They don't need to get that. They don't want that. You know, their parents have paid big dollars in order for them to go to these schools and everything else. And these schools are going to basically, well, you know what? Give me all my money back. All of it. Every penny of it. Not just a little bit. All of it. You're going to steal my ability to gain an education? Yeah. You're going to pay for it. You know? And then these ones that go in under a scholarship, you know, and just, you know, have barely funding and everything. Those are the ones who are in the worst circumstances, because the only way that they got to college was because of that scholarship. And in order to fulfill that scholarship, you know, they've got to get that. That's kind of messed up. That's actually more than just a little bit of messed up, you know.
Yes. No, I agree. I'm sorry. I was
That's okay.
checking something else out there.
Yeah, it's okay. It's I try never to watch porn when I'm live streaming, so. But I understand.
Hey, man, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
That was funny the other day though. It was Jeremy said that to you. He says, if you turned off the porn on your screen, it would work better. And then you clicked off your browser and it came back on. See, it was the porn. We know you weren't watching porn, but it was still funny.
Yeah, I never watch porn on my computer.
I don't either. The screen's too small. What?
You're probably one of them old guys that still has like fucking VHSs from 1980s. Big old.
Hey, wait a minute. I have 8mm movies. What are you talking about, pal? And it's got a little record player that goes next to it. You have to play the audio from that. I don't know if anybody remembers those movies. I know Moose Man would remember because he's only a couple of years older than I am. A couple. Yeah. He's only a couple of years older than me. And, it was like, so when I saw Swiss Family Robinson the very first time, you have the reel-to-reel movie, but then you have a record. And when you start the movie, it tells you exactly when to start the record so that the mouths and the audio all go together.
Okay. All right. I get you. Wow. That's old school.
Yep.
Dude, I know because like my mom used to work in one of the old movie theaters and they had it to where the audio was also on the film. I don't know what millimeter that was. It was a big reel, but they'd only play like 15, 20 minutes tops. Mm-hmm. And then you'd see the little dots, like some of the movies, you'll see the couple of little dots up in I think it's the top corner.
See, like, that was the countdown to tell you to get the next reel ready to go.
Yeah, dot. And then when you see the dot, that's when you click on the second projector and it should pick it up just fine. Mm-hmm. But so if you ever watch those old like 60s, 70s movies and you see like a dot in the corner, that's when they had to change reels. Yeah.
So I watched a pretty good video yesterday with in the chat room because I can't. There's some things that I can't get away with playing on YouTube, and I know it, and I kind of I'll go to a certain extent with some things, but when it comes to the children, I don't mess around. So I watched an interview between David Nino Rodriguez and Madison Marquette.
No clue who either one of them are.
Okay, Madison Marquette was a porn star. She's now a Christian, but she's one of the truthers that have been out there talking about the tribunals and all that stuff. And so he did an interview with her yesterday, and I have to say I was impressed with this woman. She laid a lot of facts out there, and she didn't hold back. She said the exact same thing that I did. That's not Joe Biden. That's not Joe Biden in office. That's the guy who's acting as our president is not Joe Biden. We both remember Joe Biden from years ago. And
hey, Virginia. Yeah. You know what? Whether it is or isn't, it's not even him up there, dude. And whoever he's acting to or responding to, it's not the constituents. It's his puppet masters.
Yep, that's it.
So whether it's Biden or not, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and fucking argue that. I mean, like, seriously, the guy can't make a full sentence. He can't remember parts of our Constitution. It's like, seriously? Yeah, he's a puppet, dude.
Yeah. But if you're going to represent the people, you should know that Constitution backwards and forward.
Right now we're already in the banana republic, dude.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they're calling this idiot, our executive branch dude, like seriously, that's Banana Republic, dude. Because I guarantee you, we all know who the rightful president is, whether or not you like the son of a bitch or not. And it is not that fucking phony motherfucker.
But it really gets you to understand the level of magnitude that the media has gone in order to disparage one person's name, you know. And it's, you know, and we've seen it going on for years, you know, and it was true, you know. It was, I remember he spoke at a congressional hearing in regards to finances back in the late 70s and early 80s. He made quite a few appearances, and you know, he was answering questions to Congress, and you know, this hearing was something else, because listening to him today is absolutely no different than listening to him back then. You know, I would say that video was at least 25 to 30 years ago. At least 25 to 30 years ago. I would say he was probably right around between 30 to 35 then. He's what, 70 something now? Yeah, it was, I mean, just a wealth of knowledge where it came to the financial basis, and the there were a few things that he was talking about in regards to
What's up, bro?
In regards to the construction industry in New York, you know, and the fact that it was so hubbub by the mob, you know, and that was pretty much everywhere, you know, no matter what big city you were in, there was some, you know, some type of syndicate had their hand on the cement workers, had their hand on the bricklayers, had their hands on the carpenters, everything all the way down the line. Yeah. You know, and it just
and then you know what happened, Hawk, was the government caught on to the how they were playing their game. The government started playing the same game back, to the point where even the mafia had to pay the government to work their districts. You know what I mean? It's just a big payoff game. The whole fucking thing, the unions and shit, it's all mafia crap, dude. You already know it. The government's the worst. They need to go. They need to go bye-bye.
I want to know where Jimmy Hoffa is.
No, man, he's probably at the bottom of Hoover Dam, in one of them graves that knows no sound.
That'd have been something. If that guy had still been around, how much would he have exposed? Okay. But at the same time of doing that, how much would he have buried himself?
Who knows?
You met Dave tonight here in Georgia? Right on. That's friggin' awesome.
Dave who?
I haven't met him. I mean, I've watched his shows and everything else. He's Dave Snedeker. I'd love to meet Dave. I'd love to get him on for an interview. You know, he's somebody, he follows those boards, and he does he's got a small team, and they do a breakdown on it. And actually, you know, I would say 95% of everything that Dave and Todd and Cindy have said were going to happen has happened. The other 5% we're just waiting on. You know, there's a couple of people who you know, who've been producing and putting out info like that. Everything that's verifiable, everything that's researchable. You know, and that's the idea of it, is when you hear something, look it up. Look it up. Don't just take somebody's word.
Tin Man,
look it up.
Tin Man, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, brother? I'm late.
What brings you on tonight? One of the topics got to you?
You came in to flip off Zach. It was like, yes. You ever notice that that's the first thing that happens as soon as anybody joins the streams after Zach gets here? It's like, you know, it's everyone, Polar Bear and all of them.
We're all in copper.
I'm really worried about his relationship with Ghost Prepper, though. Yeah.
Don't even get
We
started.
all know Zach tips the best. No, man, really. I just showed up late. Just hopped on what was going on, see what was going on.
We were talking about naked gardening.
Yeah, I think I'm out on that one.
Okay. Well, we can talk about something else, I guess.
Yeah, it's all right. We can play trivia.
How many naked gardeners does it take to grow a potato?
I don't know, but I can tell you how many naked gardeners it takes to grow 40 plants of cannabis.
That I'd be interested in knowing.
Yeah, I just have to be careful not to rub up against a tree. You rub sticks and you start a fire. Yeah.
Goodness.
Am I watching?
I don't know. You wouldn't want to be out there in a fucking garden of roses naked.
It could be a prickly situation.
What's up, Arkansas? What's up, Disavowed?
I didn't realize you couldn't see the chat when you were on live.
I can. Because I'm skilled like that. Just because I can watch it doesn't mean I always do. Sometimes I get distracted.
I just got my computer up and going, so I don't have to do all of this shit on my phone anymore. So that might help.
Okay. All right. So.
But you're on your phone doing this.
Yeah, I'm on my phone now.
I keep the YouTube. I try to keep the window for YouTube open. That way, that I can type in. When you're streaming, when you type it goes out to everybody. You know.
What the fuck were you thinking, Spike? That is fucking nuts, dude. Now, dude, damn, chase the cat naked.
Oh, goat heads.
Yeah, those, the goat heads. Oh my god. They suck.
You
never seen them hardened round balls, and they've got like little 1/4-inch spikes coming off of fucking every side. Yeah, that's a goat head. And they hurt like a motherfucker. You think Legos hurt? These will stick in the bottom of your foot. Legos at least don't stick.
Yeah, that'd be kind of like being a fat stripper when for a group of ladies at a dental braces conference.
Wow, that's a lot of detail.
Oh shit! Hi, hi, Virginia. How are you?
Hi. Good. Hi.
Virginia.
What's up, Virginia?
So,
we were getting naughty. The old lady and I pinned the door, and her cat ran out. Well.
No, they've got many names, Eddie.
Yeah, I have been watching videos for like the last 3 hours.
You go down to Alabama, and people are going to call one thing one way, and then you go to Arizona, we got basically the same thing, and it's like we call it something totally different. And if you go to Florida, they might have something similar. They call it something totally different, but it's basically, yeah, they suck.
Where are all these whistleblowers?
Well, we'll
I don't know. I've been
says.
hearing quite a few of them online.
I don't even have a whistle.
Not that kind of whistleblower.
Zach, you got
So I saw your pictures today, young lady. The plants are looking very good, looking very healthy.
Thank you.
The better they look and the better they grow, the better producers they'll be for you. So keep your fingers crossed. You've been using the salve on a daily?
Just about. Not every single day, but just about. And it does work. I'm telling you. It's not like a numbing type of thing. It gets in there. It takes a few minutes. And then all of a sudden, a sharp pain or pain in your muscle, or if you have nerve twinges, it just dulls down and sort of, it's a very good relief. Yeah, and I gave away half of it as you instructed me to do. I took one of those jars, I split that in half, gave one to one of my sons and one to my roommate who is going to share it with his girlfriend. So I spread the love as well.
Right on. Just tell them not to use it as a sexual lubricant because there's arnica oil in there, and arnica reduces swelling.
Will do. You don't want to do that in that moment, huh? So if someone has a Viagra problem, they could try to rub it down with that.
There you go. See, look at that. We're new medical discoveries right off the bat.
Yeah, it's got to be a benefit. Zach wouldn't know about that.
Where'd Ron go? Ron, where'd you go?
Oh. He might have gone to the little girl's room.
It could be a while.
Well, Zach, I haven't fed you a proper hello. So, yeah. This one's for you. You all right, Dangerous?
There's a strain of weed out there called the Black Buddha, Spike. It's cross between the Black Domina.
No, I'm right here, Eddie.
From South Africa and the Hindu Buddha Kush. And that shit works like Viagra. Absolutely. But I'm telling you, if I got an erection for more than 4 hours, number one, I want a fucking trophy. And number two, I ain't going to call no doctor. I'm calling me a couple of hookers.
Right. Or if you got one experienced woman, you can make it work. Just trust me.
At the end of 4 hours, she's saying, I've had enough of you.
Right.
Yeah, not always. And I've been with some real freaks. Anyways, no, tequila is my thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead, change the subject now that you brought up a good one. Tell us about your freaks. No,
yeah, well, that's my aphrodisiac.
Freaks are your aphrodisiac.
I didn't see you come in. Hello.
Who?
Unscrupulous.
Oh, you are in here?
Yep. One of my favorites. Uh-oh. Who did we lose?
Oh, Tim, man.
Uh-oh. Maybe the 4-hour thing isn't even a problem. I mean, does anyone have experience past 4 hours?
Well,
I mean, if you include foreplay.
And you also include, like, a lot of these people have already some kind of erectile issue, which is usually blood related. So, you can, like, seriously.
Okay. So it could be a circulation issue and do some actual harm.
Yeah, or it could be just you think your old lady is ugly and you don't want to put it in her.
That means
They trick you and slip you a brownie.
I
is
mean,
what
you know,
you're
it's
doing.
pretty bad when she's trying to seduce me, and I'm like, get away from me.
right.
I can't stand you. Like,
You don't
not
need
only,
Viagra,
not
though.
only, like, she had been so fucking ugly to me that just her presence just made me sick. Like, I would sleep on the couch a lot of nights just so I didn't have to be close to her.
I mean, that's just straight up bitterness. That's not even, because if it was someone you didn't have a past with like that, and there was a moist area in the dark, you'd go for it.
You'd like to think so. But now, see, now, if it was you, maybe, because you've never broken my fucking heart.
Right.
So, yeah, and if I rolled over and you were there, they're like, whoa, hey, what's this? Oh, she's
Right.
skinny. I like this. You know,
I
but
like that.
but
A
when
solid
you
maybe.
got when you got this fucking snoring sloth next to you in bed, and you already know how miserable she makes your fucking life, she spends your money almost as fast as you can make it, and doesn't even take very good care of the kids. Yeah, just
He's a,
Mhm.
yeah.
he's a tank driver, Arkansas. He drives a tank. I'm joking.
I seem to have. I like in between women. I don't like them too thin, but I don't like them fat.
Right. Right. Little meat.
Yeah, something you can slap around.
Ride the wave in.
No, not like that.
Not that much. Yeah.
I mean, with a butt big enough, you could smack it, and they don't even get pissed off. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You got enough fat on that ass. It's like, oh yeah, oh okay. Now you're teasing me.
But not so big that you have to throw cornstarch.
God, oh my
Like
God,
wet
not
spot.
no, God, no, not like Kim Kardashian big. That thing is like, it's got a fucking mind of its own, dude. Holy crap! Have you seen her ass? Jesus.
Yeah. Floats
Dude,
like a butterfly and stings like a bee. It's intense.
That thing frightens me.
Yeah. Are you all right?
How can anything? How can anything be that short and have an ass as wide as they are tall?
I'm not sure. Honestly,
Makes
I
no
really
fucking
don't know.
sense, man.
Just different people carry it in different places, you know.
Yeah, I carry mine down below my waist.
That's what they all say. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, come on, you've seen it though.
It's a classic.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do a show tonight, Dharma. That's all. It's it was an 18-hour work day today, so we got a lot done. We got a lot done. So nothing compared to what I really want to get done, because I'm doing it on other people's land right now. But eventually, I'll get this place cleared and be ready to go to town.
Chrissy, I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but okay.
And I checked out some new buildings today too, Virginia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that red one that Jess is in. Imagine that twice as long and twice as tall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that may be my
It
next.
sounds like a barn.
No, it's well, okay. So these are all prefab sheds, I guess you would call them.
Yeah.
By a company called Old Hickory Shed.
Okay.
And somebody had bought a 2-story, 40-foot. It's a 40-foot long, 12-foot wide, and it's 2 stories. The loft, I can at 6 feet, I can stand up in the loft and not hit my head on the ceiling. So.
Well, you said it's 40 foot long, 20 feet tall.
It's 40 feet long, and I would say it's close to. I would say it's about 18 feet at the where the roof starts would be 18 foot, and then
Okay, that's where Raptor.
So maybe
the
24. Yeah, probably 24 foot with the roof, with the pitch of the roof. But the guy paid on it for almost a year, never did anything with it. It just sat there on his property. He never ended up moving anybody in there or anything. It's got some really nice hardwood. They did a hardwood basing halfway up the wall with sheetrock the rest of it, but getting something that big moved all the way out here into the country, they have to disassemble that partially in order to get it here, and I can just imagine what kind of mess it would be. But the guy's offering a really good deal on it, so if I can get it, I'm going to.
Oh, man, yeah, something that tall, dude. Shit, that dude. Yeah, you're not gonna. I mean, the longest I had ever hauled on a flatbed was, it was a 22-foot flatbed, and I cut the thing down. It was a 45-foot wall that I had to build, and it had to be at least 10 foot tall, and I had to build it in sections because I could barely go over 9 foot wide as far as width wise. And what I did was I'd just break them down and stack them up on the flatbed, and I'd have to drive all the way to fucking Tucson, which is like 250 miles. Talk miserable fucking drive, because it wasn't even like a big rig. It was just an old 1980s fucking Ford 3500 flatbed, big ass truck, and fucking clutch, everything. There was no automatic. I got the seats repaired, but the fucking radio was still shit. Anyways, yeah, so you break it down. You might get it. Actually, if the company's pretty reliable and they don't have very far to go, God, 16, but man, even if they break that down, it's gonna suck because they're gonna have to cut through drywall and siding, I'm guessing. What kind of siding do they have? Is it all steel siding?
No, it's wood.
Okay,
it's
the T111.
Yeah,
okay.
They take into so it's a prefab. They bring it in the two pieces, and then they slap all the siding on. So I think that they'll take the siding off at least in that section, and then that'll have to get redone, which is fine because I
said they drywalled the inside.
Yeah. I normally all of them are. This is the only one that I haven't drywalled. All my other buildings have walls, insulated walls. I got the insulation up in here, but I have not put the sheetrock up in here, only because of the fact that I didn't plan on leaving this building where it is. I wanted this building dragged up on top of the hill. I want to get these buildings out of the flood zone.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. After what happened in February, hell yeah. I opened my door and the water's right there. Literally frozen water right there. I walked from my building into the kitchen on, what was, I would say, between 12 to 18 inches of ice, depending on where the dips are in the property here. So, and that was less than 24 hours after the beginning of the storm. It was bad. I mean, it came down hard. It came down heavy. The trees were coming down in the first hour of the storm. They didn't wait for the weight of the ice and everything to come down. Hell no. Once that wind kicked in, that was it. Trees were going down everywhere. That's it. That's how my little Lucy got herself knocked up, because of the fact that she was out there playing in that crap. And when the fence got knocked down, she went over and seen the redhead next door. Got her little something. And now I got a whole batch of somethings in the other building now. Little bitch. I told her, I says, I'm going to become a professional seamstress guy, and I'm going to stitch up your hoochie.
That'll tell her.
Nothing getting in there again. Give me a staple gun.
Oh God, you're terrible.
Yes.
Man, what
I don't
are
want
you?
to. I don't want to fix her. I don't want her to be fixed. If I use staples, or a zipper, put a zipper on it.
Oh my God. Terrible. You're
You wish you could see the
terrible.
pups.
Terrible.
Oh, give me a minute. I'll go turn on the puppies.
Oh, fuck. Now every time I see the puppies, I'm gonna be like, which one is he gonna staple tonight?
Telling you, man, I want that white one. I can't get it out of him though. It's too pretty.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting dog. A all white freaking German Shepherd.
Yep.
How does that fucking work?
It's rare. It's a genetic anomaly. It's actually not an albino. It's a genetic anomaly with it, and that's freaking cool. I know, Dharma Agent. I know. I mean, it's super rare.
Oh, come on, Christy.
Nicely.
Christy, this ain't one of the frogs, but you're close. You're close. This one. Remember the Bud Lizards? Yes, Louis. Remember the one that always wanted to kill the frogs?
Yeah.
Yeah. And look, he's even got his hands up like he's about to choke one of them.
What's that, Bug Out? Do tell. Hey, Backwoods, welcome back. Yes.
I don't know. I'm trying to read the chat, and the chat ain't making much more sense than the rest of us.
I like it. Good conversations going on in there. I love that.
Oh God, Spike. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Yowza.
I'm getting a blue miniature bulldog on Friday. Okay, why with the bulldog? I mean, dude, I mean, they can be good dogs, but aren't they high maintenance? Oh, look at that cutie.
Oh. Hey, nerd.
Yeah, Rapscallion, I know that. I know they were chameleons, and that's why I picked Louis. Because Frankie was the one that had some kind of common sense, whereas Louis always just wanted to go off and jump down and kill the fucking frogs, like every chance he got. Remember the one where they had the fucking was it alligator or crocodile? The bud frogs went in there, fucking scared everybody out, and then took all the fucking beer, strapped it to the fucking gator, walked out of the bar with it.
No, but it sounds amazing.
Oh, what about the ferret? Y'all remember the ferret? Oh, come on.
Dude.
Oh, geez, all right, now I'm gonna have to take you on a fucking rewind of Budweiser history back from the Super Bowl, back a long time ago.
Budweiser ferret? I don't know about that one.
God, I gotta be careful when I play this. But oh don't care.
I can't believe it went with the frogs. Our audition is flawless. We did the look. We did the tongue thing. That was great.
Frogs sell beer. That's it, man. Number one rule of marketing.
The Budweiser lizards. We could have been huge.
Hey, there'll be other auditions.
Oh, yeah, for what? This was Budweiser.
I know.
This was big. Those frogs are going to pay.
Let's go.
You stink! Get off the stage! Your mother's an iguana!
Hey, my mother's half iguana.
I'm sorry.
There's the ferret.
What the? I'm no electrician, but that has got to be dangerous.
Bud? Whoa.
Frankie, eventually every frog has to croak.
Oh my god.
Dude, I've never seen that one. That's crazy.
You've never seen these? Oh my god.
Not the ferret one. I've seen the other ones with the frogs.
Yeah, well, they started with the frogs, and they were popular for shit like 2 years.
Yeah.
And then they brought in the lizards, and the lizards just fucking like spiced that thing up, especially Louis.
That's no fun.
I laugh when I'm sad. Oh my, did you see that?
Louis.
They never saw it coming.
What have you done?
Poor froggies.
You lost it, Louis.
That's the best day of my life, Frankie. Huh? What was that? Frog? That's a mistake.
Why?
Parrot City. What is it? No.
Why?
No. Oh, no. Never hire a ferret to do a weasel's job. You promised me, ferret! Ferret, ferret, ferret. Do you even remember our original plan? Oh, you don't, huh? You didn't stick to it, did you? What were you, nuts?
I've got that fucking t-shirt. Oh my god, one of the originals, man, when they did that one. What were you, nuts?
Look at me. How can you even look at me? Turn away. Frank, I'm thinking about moving to another swamp.
Oh, really?
I'm just not comfortable living in a swamp where assassination attempts are taking place. Every loon with a vendetta, every snake with a sinus headache frightens me.
Hey, snap out of it, Louis. Everybody knows it was you.
Oh, Frank, I had no motive. I love Budweiser, and I love the frogs.
Oh, yeah, you're good buddies. I forgot.
Excuse me, if you would remember last summer, I invited them to that barbecue.
Yeah, well, Louis, you wanted to cook them at that barbecue.
Well, at least I invited them.
Oh.
You wouldn't have invited them at all.
Anyways, yeah, that's a little taste of it.
Hey, Angel.
What's up, Magic? Wow, I'm actually kind of shocked that you haven't seen that. But then again, yeah. Oh, still, yeah, 43. Probably, yeah. Well, I guess you never watched NFL.
Well, yeah, I was never a big football fan, so I didn't see a lot of the Super Bowl ads.
Me personally, I've always been a big Bud fan, so whether I watch the Super Bowl or not, I'll still go back and watch their ads. I like the ones with the Clydesdales. Those are good.
You fell right into their trap.
Mm-hmm. Still drinking Anheuser-Busch, too. Can't get enough of it.
Yeah, that little golden retriever puppy in the Clydesdales. Those are the ones I like the best.
Yeah. Yep. Or even the ones with the Dalmatians. They did a couple with the Dalmatian, too. All right, Chrissy, here I am. And it's a lizard, not a frog. But
This chat is hilarious. Yeah, y'all just made me snort. Just all of them.
It's so funny. They back up into that little corner there where the blanket's folded and they got that little triangle space. That's where they all back up and poop.
Oh.
It's fucking hilarious. Especially when you got 3 of them that want to poop at the same time. It's like, no, I'm pooping here. It's freaking hilarious.
So you're saying they don't poop on the carpet, they poop on the floor?
They do both, but they pretty much try for that corner. Everybody tries to back into that corner. So they'll pee on the carpet more than they'll poop in it. So and it's one of those
might be doing that right now.
It's one of those what do you call them? They're pet blankets. They got that plastic layer in the middle and then a rubber bottom on the bottom of it, on the bottom of the carpet, you know, so that it doesn't go through and you can wash them in the washing machine. But they're like blankets. They're super thin. But I figure it's better than trying to lay cardboard in there and trying to pull the cardboard out every day, and everything else. It's a pain in the ass. I love raising dogs, though. I have so much fun with it. Virginia needed to take a couple puppies home with her, but she wanted the white one, and I wasn't giving it up. So
yeah, I don't blame you. I don't think I would either.
Yeah. I'm still working on it.
If you want to be in that puppy's life, you'll have to move to the farm, get a building.
Don't tempt me. Or if you want to be in that puppy's life, I can bring her to visit every now and again.
Oh, no. That's not a girl. It's a boy. His name is Gabriel. Not Gabrielle. He's not from Portland.
I'm telling you, my black husky would look so handsome with that beautiful white shepherd.
Bushido. God. Yeah. Well, what if we had a fucking lifetime supply? Depends, too. No, thank you. You gotta draw the line somewhere, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you can't, just roll over and unzip something out of your ghillie suit, I don't know. Not to mention, that would be bad because if you did pee on yourself, technically you would be warming up part of your body. So if they had a thermal imaging on you, they could see where you were peeing.
You just tie a rubber hose to it, have a bottle tucked up above your boot, and then you can go a couple of times. It'll just look like you got a really big calf. That's all.
What's up, Zach?
Well, hey family, I'm going to go to bed. Have work tomorrow. Hope you have a great night and I love you all.
Good night.
All right, Zach.
I can just see it now. We're up in the woods. It starts snowing. Spike stands up and says, "Anybody need me to pee on him? It'll keep you warm."
Yeah, well.
Yeah, for very long.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave the puppies with you guys, but I need to head to bed because I got a 4 a.m. Tomorrow. So it's it's going to be an early day and working late. I might do a show tomorrow night, depending on how late we get done. So, All right, you kids have a great night.
All right.
Young lady, it was good to see you again. And yeah, I'll leave the puppies there for you to look at. You can look at that puppy all night long.
Forcing us to covet. I see how it is.
All right. Okay, you guys have a great night.
All right. We'll catch you later, Hawk. All right, man. That would be pretty cool. Actually, my son, I think they would probably enjoy that.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Yeah, them long chats, text messages, it's like, I always tell people, just email me. It's easier that way. I can go through it quicker. Trying to get this ancient ass phone to work is like pulling teeth. And then if you want to send me to a YouTube link or something like that, it's just fucking annoying. Just send it to my email, please. My email. See, my PC is hardwired to the internet. My phone ain't. Like, I could sit there on my phone for 4 minutes trying to get YouTube to pull up. It takes so long that the YouTube page will shut down twice. Tell me, do I want to just cut it out or do I want to wait? You know, and it's like, fuck. I don't feel like waiting. I don't feel like cutting it down. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just not even going to read the fucking thing. You know, so sending me shit through the text message, probably, that's not your best bet, dude. Email it to me. Man, those guys are pretty active. Well, at least we know that Hawk is not raising them to be gay. You know, otherwise he'd probably have, you know, some kind of fucking porn, or not porn star, of, what do you call it, transgender up there trying to teach him fucking, yeah, never mind. It's disgusting what they do to our kids nowadays. What some people allow them to do to their kids nowadays. Luckily, I was far ahead of that. And even now, we won't allow that kind of shit in our schools. But in our colleges, I don't fucking know. Probably. You know, you get fucking liberals all over the place. Yeah, Dharma Agent, I saw that. It's just another sign of the times. Fishes, you're terrible. They're only puppies. They don't know any better. Well, you know what, Spike? You might be right, dude. I never went to college, so how in the fuck should I know? About the most I ever did at a college was they needed a couple walls torn out, so they hired my company to go in. I had to shore up the fucking roof. We went in, had a concrete cutter, cut through the fucking block walls, and yeah, fucking remove part of it so another company could come in and reinstall. Freedom's got that one by the tail. Right, Virginia, that is freedom, right? That's what he named the white one? Or was it liberty? I know he named one freedom and he named one liberty.
Sorry, I stepped away for a minute. I didn't hear you.
The white dog. Did he name that one freedom or liberty?
Gabriel. Gabriel.
Oh, he named it Gabriel. Okay.
So pretty, right?
Look at him.
Yes, Dharma.
Oh my God, what the fuck is that?
That's a chihuahua.
It looks like it can fly.
Yeah, it does.
Put down your wings, baby. Some of those little dogs are pretty cute.
I just had to go underneath the house to get her. She would not come out from underneath the house. Little shithead.
Yeah, right. They're so stubborn.
Hey, Trigger.
Oh, yeah.
Trigger.
This is Bootsy because she's only got one white paw.
Come here, bud. Come here, bud. Here. This is my dog.
Oh, that would be a morsel. Come here, Woo Woo.
That's my pupper.
This is my Woo Woo.
Tell you what, he's big enough. He could take down all three of them.
They're my Woo Woo girl. Oh, you my Woo Woo girl? She's like, what are you doing to me? Woo Woo. Tippy Lou. I named her Tippy because she has tips of her paws are white. All of them, all the tips of her paws are white, and then the tips of her tail is white.
Dharma Agent, he's not like a pure breed or anything like that. He was an old farm dog that I happened upon the farm, and I saw stray dogs, and this one dog always stuck around, and so I was like, hey, I went up to the farmhouse. I was like, hey, what's up with that white dog out there, that big one? And he's like, oh, no, he's just a stray. He comes around, hangs out with the cows and stuff like that. And I was like, well, do you mind? Because I've got a good home for him. And the guy's like, yeah, if he'll get in your car, go ahead. Took me a few chicken nuggets to get him in my car, but once I got him in there, I drove his ass home, and here we've been since.
This is my male dog. Well, besides the other puppy. Here's my itty boy. Say hi. See, I'm an old dog. I don't have any teeth. Well, some. Here's my old puppy. Anyway, I just thought I would say hi and show you the puppies.
Hell yeah. Love a puppy.
See, I'm the old man of the bunch. Are you the old man of the bunch? Oh, my itty boy. Are you my boy? You sweet boy. Okay, here. Come here, little one. You want a chewy? They like these. Oh, you got dirt all up here.
Bless you, dog.
Oh, where's the little one? Come here, little one. You little shit turd made go underneath the house. There you are. Come on. Itty, don't take that away from her.
Southern Patriots, hello.
I'll be right back.
Oh no, unwrap Rapscallion. No, I do not take him back to visit his cow buddies. And you know what? I don't think he wants to go back. He's never shown an inkling. I mean, sometimes he likes to get out and run a little bit, but he never goes very far. Not to mention everybody, he's super friendly. Just kind of creepy. I don't like that fact. I mean, I know he barks at other dogs and stuff like that, but as far as like humans, he's like really open to them. It makes me a little bit nervous, but not enough, because I think if anybody, like I've had people come in and get threatening with other family members, and I mean, even if these are like longtime friends that he's met before, you know, if they start getting threatening towards anybody in the household, he'll get in between us, and he'll start growling. So, and he's big enough. He's big enough that he could make that growl actually do something, if you know what I mean. He's like 90 pounds of claws and teeth. I mean, he learned a lot from the cats. And he also knows that his claws are damn near as dangerous as his fucking teeth.
Claws are dangerous as hell.
Yeah.
Man. Shit.
Like, he's come up to me and he's tried to like pat my arm, you know, with his paw. And it's like, next thing I know, I'm fucking bleeding. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? All he was trying to do is get my attention and shit. It's like, damn it, dog. But it's like, it's kind of like what my cats do. You know, they'll come up, or I'll walk by them or something, and they'll try and reach out and grab my sock, grab onto my leg and stuff like that. It's
right.
Like, you know, they're not like clawing through my flesh and everything. They're not like trying to bite me. They're trying to give me like little nibbles.
So needy. Always nibbling.
Fucking, I know. What's wrong with these fucking pets nowadays?
Toothy ass pussy. I mean, damn.
That's okay. I get licked to death.
Right? Chihuahuas do love kisses, that's for sure.
And I don't really particularly care to kiss them back. So, I mean, yeah, I'll kiss them. But yeah, I don't, you know, the whole licking tongue thing. No. Sorry. I'm doing it. Not my thing.
Nah, no, rapscallion, dude. It's been like that all my life, dude. You gotta remember, I grew up in construction. So, dude, there was very few days when I went home without some kind of new scratch, scrape, splinter, or something. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, my wife would be like, I'd get out of the shower and I'd be in my boxers, getting ready to get dressed and go out drinking with my stepdad. And she'd be like, oh, what happened to you there? You know, I'd have something on my side, on my waist or something. And it's like, oh, shit, I don't know. Maybe I rubbed up against a protruding nail. I don't fucking know. You work around construction sites, you never know, man. They'd step on fucking nails, boards with nails, fucking been there, done it all.
Yep.
Never cut a finger off.
Well, good. Nice. 10 out of 10. You're winning. Hell yeah.
Now, I have been shot with a nail gun, but I only did it to myself. And when I say that, I mean that, like, I wasn't intentionally aiming at myself.
You were trying to nail yourself to the wall.
I damn near did.
That sucks.
Now, no, you know what? I'll tell you what sucks. Knots in a 2x4 cutoff suck, because you try and fire a hydraulic blast into that with a 3.5-inch nail behind it. the energy it puts out will go through that knot. It'll break that knot directly in half, and it will ricochet whatever direction that knot is pointed in. And yeah, I found that out the hard way when it fucking sunk almost all the way into my hand. But I'll be honest with you, that didn't hurt as bad as like when you get like a what we would call them a shiner. It's basically you take two 2x4s and you're nailing them together to sturdy up the weight load, and or with a trimmer, whatever. And anyways, yeah, if you hold your hand right behind where you're nailing, that nail will come out the other side about 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch. And if your finger or whatever happens to be right where you're shooting, it hurts. It hurts immediately, and it fucking stings like a son of a bitch. Whereas when I shot myself and that nail just went directly into my hand, pretty much directly. It had to go through a knot first. But yeah, it's like it went in, and I was like, holy crap, did I just shoot myself? I had to take a second look, and I'm like, I could see the head of the nail sticking out, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, first time I ever shot myself. I've been framing for like 5 fucking years at this point. First time I ever really shot myself.
Nice fat shot like that, you know.
Yeah, instead of screaming and calling for an ambulance or anything like that, I got up, went over to the water cooler, because it was almost time to go anyways. But I was like, okay, well, first thing, I want to put cold water on this. So I just rinsed it under the cold water, pulled the fucking nail out. Luckily, it didn't hit any bone, or if it did, it didn't fracture anything. So it just went into the meat. And it was sore for a couple of days, but...
Well, I don't have any construction accidents, but I am a kitchen worker, and in my own house, I have a lot of different equipment. And so the last time that I cut myself seriously, and this includes a chef knife and whatever, because I haven't used a chef knife. I'm sorry, have not cut myself with a chef's knife or any other kind of knife I can't even tell you the last time. So the worst thing I did was about 12 years ago, the worst thing I did recently, and it was with a mandolin, which is one of those slicers that are up on sort of a tripod stand, a triangularly braced stand, and you're supposed to use a guard with it, and you use that to really thinly slice potatoes, onions, or you can change the width of the blade with different attachments to make it, you slide it up and down. It's called a mandolin. And you have the thing in your hand, you slide it up and down this blade. And so I took off the tip of my thumb one time trying to make some fucking potatoes, and this motherfucker was brand new, and I was not using the guard like a moron, and it was so sharp that it didn't even hurt for like a solid minute. I saw the piece of meat fly off of my finger and land on the cutting board, sort of flop over sadly. And I was like, oh, wow, that doesn't hurt. I guess that's cool because it's so sharp. Yeah, wait for it. It's gonna fucking hurt. Like that was one of the worst. And I haven't hurt myself in the kitchen since, other than burning myself with either hot water or oil or fire or something like that. But yeah, construction, I got nothing but sharp shit, more like that. Took off my thumb with a mandolin.
So, did you keep the meal or did you toss it out?
I didn't even eat. I was so nauseous. I felt, dude, it hurt so bad. When it decided to hurt, it hurt bad. And I actually laid down and squeezed it really tight and screamed out loud in multiple shots of 10 seconds, like, fuck, you know what I mean? And I lost my appetite. I did not complete the meal. That was it. Done.
Imagine if you would have had a guest over. They're like, hey, what's for dinner? I am.
Little bit of this, little bit of me, you know.
Yeah, I literally put
Right.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. The worst thing to cut yourself with, in my opinion, is a serrated knife. A sharp blade, like, fine. But yes, dull or serrated, yeah, no. Fuck that. Nope. I'll take a very well sharpened knife every day of the week.
Yeah. That's why when I work construction, I used to change my razor blades out, my knife, every day. Because, man, last thing you want is a dull blade, whether it be on your sawzall or your skill saw, whatever.
Hundo. Brand new. You don't want it rusty, dull, jagged, broke up, nothing. It's exactly what happens to your skin. Well, the worst thing I saw in a kitchen was, okay, well, maybe not the worst, but one of the worst things is this girl, and she was not that smart. We were trying to teach her how to shuck oysters. We would get big bags of oysters, and he was taking the oyster knife, which it's actually dull. An oyster shucking knife, it'll cut butter, but it's thick, but it's not sharp. And she reached down into an oyster at the wrong angle and came down and into her arm and then panicked. And so she hooked it back up and out and made a huge flap that was totally unnecessary. She could have just stabbed herself, but no, she had to keep going with the motion, come out the other side and hook the flap up. And I ended up taking her to the ER.
Getting poked by the high E string, yeah, that does suck, and it makes it hard to play, but still doable. Getting poked by any guitar string sucks. You ever had one snap and actually cut you? I've had that one time. All the years I used to play, I had that one time where it actually snapped, left a mark. Can't handle the cutting blood. What's up, Cap? I don't know what happened. Everybody just left.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
So how was everything tonight?
Yeah, it's doing okay. Really not a whole lot going on tonight. I mean, I guess if we wanted to go like Chicago or, you know, some foreign away town like that, you'd probably find something going on. Somebody's getting shot or something's happening. But out here where I'm at, it's quiet. I haven't even heard a cop siren in the last 5 days. That's good down here. You know, 5 days, it's a pretty good record. You know, once in a while we still get the fire truck rolling through. They don't come in with their sirens blaring and shit. They just kind of come in. You can tell a fire truck compared to a garbage truck compared to any other kind of diesel truck. You know, you can just tell by it. Usually the squeals on the brakes. Because, you know, the fire trucks always squeal when they hit the brakes, whereas garbage trucks, they keep their brakes fucking tight and spot on. Yeah. But, you know, people die out here. People have injuries and traumas and dumb shit like that. Plus, we probably got a bunch of fucking idiots out here probably call in for any kind of little thing. It's like, oh my God, my girl is puking. Can you come over here and check on her? And it's like, dude, why don't you smell what she's puking? She might have just gotten fucking drunk. You fucking idiot.
Ew.
I mean, you know, you gotta take this shit a bit more seriously. I do. You know, it's like, when something happens with one of my kids, the last thing I want to do is involve government or any kind of fucking medical entity, period. If we can't fucking handle it at home, okay, then we'll take it to the hospital. But that's under, I fucking hate hospitals. I just do.
I do too. I refuse. Why do you think I take fish mocks and other things to keep from having to go to the doctor?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, fish. You know, and that's one thing a lot of people may not understand is, you know, fish. Believe it or not, their medicines actually work for humans too. So
they're made of the same pharmaceutical.
And so do horsey medicines. Believe it or not.
I've got ivermectin, and I got that at Tractor Supply, and it's for swine and, well, it's for cattle, deworming cattle.
Deworming, okay. God, never had worms.
Yeah, well, ivermectin is the same thing as you've heard T-Man talk about how he was taking Hydra, whatever, you know what I mean, and stuff. You can get that shit over the counter. You just got to know where to look. Most of it's at a feed store. I got all kinds of information on the ivermectin, and they say that it's, you know,
what? Pardon me.
Help keep the voodoo away. So, anyway.
Frankie, baby, I got some great news.
What is it, Louis?
The little frog.
I remember those.
He's experiencing post-electroshock muscular irregularity.
What?
He's developed a nervous tic, Frank. He can't act anymore.
It's horrible.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Budweiser wants me to replace him.
They lost their minds?
All my hard work has paid off.
Your hard work?
Yeah, well, the auditions, you know, the drama classes.
Yeah, Louis, you hired a hitman.
With my own money, I might add.
Food.
Why?
Oh boy, food.
Why? Why?
Louis,
what?
Just say the line.
That's what I'm doing.
No, you're not. You're going, why?
These are my interpretations of the part.
This isn't Shakespeare. You're replacing a stressed-out frog.
Hey, Frankie, you know what they say?
What?
There are no small parts, only small lizards.
Nobody says that.
I do. I say it all the time.
Food.
Lies.
Take it away.
Take me out to the ball game.
Take me out to the crowd. Yeah.
I don't care if I never get back, so let's root for the home team.
If they don't win, it's a shame, 'cause it's You know something, Lou?
Oh, yeah. You guys were too funny.
Yeah? I know why we got fired. Too much of your yapping and not enough of this.
What's that? Hey, that was uncalled for.
Oh, and electrocuting us last year was okay.
That was a joke.
Ah, you like jokes, huh? Here's one for you. Two frogs walk into a bar. One of them does this.
Ow! Slap the punk! Who's your daddy? Ow! Want a piece of me?
Look is changing colors.
Come on, squirt some tears, punk.
What a day. I get fired on national TV.
That could be worse.
How could it possibly be worse, Frank?
I think it just got worse.
And now, Budweiser's replacement for Louis the Lizard,
No.
the Parrot.
This is not going to be good for my blood pressure.
He's good.
Oh, man. Gotta love some of that classic Budweiser stuff. You know, I still got one with the frogs, believe it or not.
I'll be right back. I've got a phone call. Hold on.
All right.
What's up?
Hey, Virginia, welcome back.
I don't know what happened, dude. I just literally, it went away. Budweiser commercials? We reminiscing?
This is so
Thank you, Donna.
Oh, this one? Yeah, I remember this one too. Hold on, we'll get around to that one. I don't know. I gotta be careful how much I play of this.
This is revolting.
What's the matter?
They're paying him for this.
Yeah, I think he's good.
Good? You can't even say the name of the product.
He can say it.
What are you talking about?
He's got a thick accent, you know,
Accent?
almost like European.
Hey, Ferret, let me hear you say Bud. Nice and clear.
This sounded like Bud.
No, it sounded like...
I think your hearing's going, Louie.
Oh, right. Hey, Ferret, could you lay a little wise on us?
Smooth, like a...
You've heard him squeak. Now, hear him sing. You get all his hits. Songs like, you don't understand a word I say.
Damn.
With Louis. Salamander Serenade.
Oh, Salamander, I serenade you. I often think of you when I am feeling weak.
When did you do that?
I was young, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I have disturbing news about the ferret.
What's this?
In the summer of '79, the ferret posed lewd.
Oh, that's grotesque.
And this one is just obscene.
Hey, I know her.
I would like to ask for his resignation from this proud company called Budweiser.
Now, what was he
Yeah,
thinking?
there's one with... Oh, brother, now I've seen it all.
What's that?
They gave the ferret a teleprompter.
Teleprompter. Well, I guess he can't memorize his lines, huh?
Memorize his lines. The guy's a door jam.
Right.
I don't know why they give him so much
Well,
slack.
that's because he's got a good look.
A good look.
Hey, look at him. Looks like a little European filmmaker. No lizard has a good look.
What are you talking about?
We're not a good-looking species.
We're not. You have no pride, Frank.
I simply know my limitations.
Know your limitations, no doubt.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we lost Angel. Oh, shit. So, you guys want to see some fucking weird shit?
Okay.
All right. All right. So, I'm reading one of my magazines in the bathroom. And so, this lady, this is one who is advocating into what I've talked about this in the past. You can make bodies into soil. And there's one more page, if you give me 1 sec. So down at the bottom here is some of the process. Let's see. Trying to get you guys a little bit of focus. But you can see people sign up and you can do this as an option.
Oh, okay. So you go straight back to there. It kind of reminds me of, remember that part from Waterworld where they would just put people in the mud and let them, you know.
Yep.
That was the only soil they had at that point.
Yep.
Yeah. That's nasty. Yeah.
So look at these numbers here. If you can see, average price of cremation, $5,000. Average price of burial, $9,000. Human composting, $5,500. So yeah, it's a trip, dude. It's a real thing. People are doing this. They love it, you know. I mean, I'm not saying anything for or against it. I'm just saying it's a real thing. People actually have that option in certain states to put that in their will.
I don't know. Remember Dr. Kevorkian?
Yeah.
Do you honestly think that he deserved the punishment he got?
No, I don't. In fact, when I was in the 9th grade, I did a paper on euthanasia. At the time, that was the only thing you could call it, was euthanasia, but it's since been known in more compassionate terms. And I believe that it should be legal. I believe that people should have that choice. I believe there should be very stringent screening processes, but that I mean, there's some stories you can read about where it's like, okay, this person is begging to die, and they have their reasons, and the documentation, you read what their day-to-day life is, and they're like, just please, someone give me the shot. It's a difficult topic, and you know, what do you think?
No, I'm told. Assisted suicide. I mean, I get it, dude. Like I've told my family, you know, if I'm laying on my deathbed, don't try and keep me on life support or anything like that. Just let me go. Just say your goodbyes, and we'll meet up in heaven.
Right.
Yeah, I don't.
Ooh, I like that. Hugs and kisses, a wooden Viking ship. That's fucking sexy. I wouldn't mind being planted under a huge tree, like a maple or an oak or something that's going to live for years and years. The issue with that topic is that they're doing it in ways where kind of like making a compost pile. You have to let it season for a year or two, and you just pile it up and whatever. There are places doing that with people in order to grow plants. And I don't really go conspiracy up in here. I'm telling you that's already happening. Like weird shit.
Yeah, man, people are gonna die, dude. We already know that. People die. They die every day. I mean, if they're so old that they can't even, they can't even get up to go to the bathroom, but yet they're still conscious enough to realize that they're not able to get out of bed. Would you really want to fucking live that long?
Mhm.
No, I don't want people to have to change my fucking ass the rest of my life. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Just pull the plug, dude. Let me go.
We're gonna run out of land for graves. Arkansas.
No more graves, dude. Everybody's cremated from here out.
A lot of people take that choice. Somewhere around 50%. It's pretty close.
Dude, I'm going with it.
Yeah.
My family's going with it. I mean, we buried our grandparents, great-grandparents. But, yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're not burying anybody else. Fuck that.
Whoop-ass euthanasia is an active role. Hospice, when they come, you're right. They do give you enough medication to dispatch your existence. You're right in that respect. But euthanasia is an active administration of medications and what have you that put the person, kind of like when you take your pet to a vet that needs to be put down, that's euthanasia. Home hospice is more, they're making you very comfortable, albeit they do give you a tremendous amount of medication that, you know. I see a few people talking about being thrown in the ocean. Quite a few.
Oh, yeah, your dust, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a fucked up topic, but it's kind of interesting. We're learning what people think, Most people I see are cremation.
Now, I mean, it just makes it easier. From ashes to ashes, you just cut down a few steps.
That's funny, Spike. Did anyone see the special about Charles Manson? When he passed away, his son, which they figured out through DNA, took his ashes to a secretive location that was basically next to a creek, and roughly half a dozen family members and friends spread the ashes out in the water. And of course, there were probably triple that amount of production people for this show, which was a reality. If you think about it, how much of a legend, let's not say legend, let's say notorious character that Manson was. He had a very humble let go, and it was put into reality TV, which is fucking weird in my opinion. It's not weird, but it's just, I don't know. I wouldn't have thought of that going down like that if it was even him. Anyway, they passed him out in the creek, let it fly all over, and it's a little bit awkward because almost regardless of where you lay ashes out, you're going to get some in the face.
Whatever. It's not good enough. I mean, like, even if the fish eat his ashes, dude, we're not gonna get a little Charles Manson crawling out of a fucking river.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
I mean,
bizarre to see that legend.
you know, we've got a worst case scenario with the fucking internet, you know, getting these fucking little, their hooks in these little idiots, you know, that want to be Charles Manson or whoever. And, you know, that's the more scary part for me, not their DNA. Screw that. Once you're burned, you're done. I mean, that's why I can't wait for them to bring back executions. You know, just start frying these fuckers, dude. But anyways, I should probably get off of here because I'm starting to ramble at this point. I'm already pretty freaking tired. I've been up since like 8 o'clock, so. And I mean AM. It's been a long fucking day.
All good.
Yeah, and like Hawk, we got shit we gotta do in the morning. Anyways, Virginia, thank you very much for hanging out with me. And everybody else that came on the panel, everybody else in the chat, thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. Who knows? Maybe somebody will go ahead and pop up a live stream. Maybe Backwoods will pop one up. I don't know. Bound to be one somewhere out there. Anyways, folks, I love y'all. Take care. Virginia, I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Yep, absolutely. Good night, everyone.